All right, it is 7 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started with our meeting today. First off, I want to welcome you to our virtual corporate overview. My name's Herman Lopez, and I'm a regional vice president for our organization called Primerica. We're super excited to have you with us today, and you may have been invited to our meeting for one of three reasons, if not all three. The first reason you might be in our meeting today is maybe you're just here to learn a little bit more about our company for the sole purpose of you being able to recommend and refer us on to others. Our company doesn't do any kind of TV or radio advertising. Everything we do is done through word of mouth and referrals. So although the information today could be of huge benefit to you, we would like for you to keep in mind that this could be of benefit and gain for others that you may know. And that might be a reason you're here today. The second reason you were probably invited is to learn a little bit more about our financial concepts. Maybe you're in the process of getting your finances in order. We do a lot to help people with their finances. And so almost everyone could benefit from something that we do. And so maybe you're here to learn a little bit about that. And the third reason you may have been invited to our meeting today is to learn a little bit more about our career opportunities. Our company is massively expanding all across the US and Canada, and financial services right now is in high demand, and our company has gone virtual. And so we have a lot of opportunities where people can either work part-time, full-time in one of our offices or from home. And we even have long-term career and ownership opportunities available as well. And so maybe you're here to learn a little bit about that. So we're going to cover all of that in our meeting today in what I like to call the 3 C's. We're going to talk about our company, our concepts, and our career opportunities. Now, before we begin, I do want to mention that at the end of this meeting, we're going to post on the chat on this meeting here a link to fill out a questionnaire. In that questionnaire is to first off let us know that you were present in the meeting today. You can let us know who invited you, and you'll be able to give us your feedback. Let us know if there's any areas of interest that you may have. If for whatever, I'm going to go ahead and post that link right now so you guys all have it. If for whatever reason you need to log off the meeting a little bit early, it's going to take about 45 minutes for us to go over this information. Go ahead and click on that link, fill out that questionnaire. We'll make sure that the person invited you follows up with you, answers any questions you may have, and discuss the next steps. But let's go ahead and get started with our first C, which is our company. As you guys can see here, our company is called Primerica, and our mission is to help families achieve financial freedom. That is the reason we have been in existence for over 4 decades, is to help people accomplish financial freedom. But what does that really mean? You know, a lot of people define financial freedom different ways. Some people define financial freedom as being debt-free, as having $1 million saved, as being able to retire, right? Everyone has a different definition. And as a company, we define financial freedom in the same manner that you define it. So whatever financial freedom means to you, we want to help you accomplish that. And we understand that the journey to financial freedom really is a journey. And every journey, you have to leave certain areas and get to a certain destination. Well, financial freedom, you need to leave a couple of things here on the left-hand side of the screen. As a company, we're helping people get free from these areas, like the abuse and abandonment of the middle class by other financial institutions. We believe traditional financial companies like big banks, like insurance companies, mortgage companies, credit companies, lending companies, they have for generations been taking advantage of the middle class. You guys got to understand that the financial industry is structured to profit off the losses of the middle class. Just to give you one example, banks make an average of $38 billion a year. That's with a B, $billion a year just in overdraft fees, right? They're making billions upon billions of dollars off of people that have no money in their accounts. If that's not abuse and abandonment, you know, I don't know what is. And there's a lot more examples we just don't have the time to get into. And so we're trying to help people get free from that. We're helping people get free from the lack of financial knowledge that's costing them money. Most people don't have a financial education. We want to fix that as a company. Most people don't have the proper financial protection for them and their family. And that's something that we're fixing as well. Most people are being impacted in a devastating way because of their debt. Almost everyone has debt nowadays, whether it's credit cards, car loans, mortgages, or the most dangerous debt that most people have, which is student loans. Out of all the debts you can have, student loans are the only debts that you can never file bankruptcy on, and they can garnish your Social Security paycheck at retirement. You see, these are some things that they don't really teach us in school and isn't really taught. But I mean, it's important for people to know that, what kind of debts that they're getting into. We're helping people get free from the stress of worrying about money. And the biggest area I feel as a company, we're impacting the lives of people is we're getting them free from other people controlling their time, talent, opportunities by controlling their paycheck. You see, when someone else controls your paycheck, they really dictate the rules for your life. And so we want to make sure that we're giving people control over their paychecks. So how we're doing that is we're providing the things on the right-hand side of the screen here. We're giving people free financial game plans. We actually can sit down with a family and show them step by step how to achieve each and every single one of their financial goals through an actual financial game plan and a strategy to get there. But we also give people free financial education by teaching them how money works. We give people that opportunity to get a free education when it comes to money, but then we're also giving people an opportunity, a career opportunity to be able to build a business with no risk, be able to build a long-term career that's helping families, and they have the freedom and flexibility to work when they want, where they want, how they choose. And that's giving them control over their paychecks, control over their future, be able to create a legacy for their families while helping others. So that's really the mission and the why behind what it is that we do. But just to give you a little bit of background on our company, we've been around for 43 years. Okay, so we're not a brand new company. We were founded by 85 teachers and coaches to bring, again, this mission into existence. But we're now traded on the New York Stock Exchange. That's our stock symbol, PRI. You can see how we've been performing as a company. We're the largest independent financial services marketing company in North America because we have 130,000 licensed representatives. And I want to emphasize that point here for a little bit. Our competitors is any financial institution, any bank you can think of, insurance company, investment firm, lending company. Those are our competitors. None of those companies have that many licensed representatives. Okay. As a matter of fact, our biggest competitors, they might only have maybe 5,000 to 10,000 licensed representatives. We have 130,000 of them. And so that does give us the power to really make a significant difference in the financial industry, which we're going to talk about that here in a little bit as well. We have over 7 million clients in different aspects of our business, whether it's insurance or investments. We have over 5,000 physical offices all across the US, Canada, Puerto Rico, and Guam. And each of these offices is independently owned and operated by a regional vice president. So these aren't offices owned by the company. These are offices owned by individuals. And that's really an opportunity that the company has available as well. Now, we do have an international home office in Duluth, Georgia. That's really where our company is based out of. We have over 2,000 employees working out of that home office to support our staff and our clients as well. These are some of the rewards and accolades we've been able to obtain as a company, and this is just some of all the recognition that we've earned. As far as America's Most Trustworthy Financial Companies, Dalbar Mutual Fund Service Award for 17 years. We have A+ ratings across a lot of our financial solutions, and again, we've done all of this with no TV or radio advertising. And there's a lot of reasons why we don't do that, but the main two reasons is the first one is to benefit our clients. You see, we want to bring free education, free financial planning, and free financial coaching to families. And it's very difficult to provide that when we have a lot of expenses, millions and billions of dollars being spent in advertising. So if we don't have those expenses, well, then we could provide those services for free. But we also, the second reason our company doesn't do any TV or radio advertising is to benefit people, our staff, people to work with us. You see, instead of our company investing millions of dollars in making other companies wealthy, they're creating opportunities where we can be, so to speak, the marketing and advertising for the company, so we can get, the compensation versus other companies and help families obtain wealth versus other companies. And again, we'll be hitting a lot more on that in our compensation program. We've been ranked one of the best employers for women. We're very proud of that. As a matter of fact, more than 50% of our company is women. 25% is Latino, 25% is African American. And we're very proud of the diversity of our company because financial services traditionally is not a very diverse industry. As a matter of fact, the average person that works in this industry is over the age of 50 and is typically an older white male. But you know, the average age of someone in our company is in their 30s. And again, I mentioned that we have a lot of diversity as well in our company. We were recently named into the Fortune 1000 list as well, so we're very proud of that. Now, I do want to spend a few minutes on this slide right here, which is really what this describes: the uniqueness in the power of Primerica. You see, Primerica is not just a financial services company. What Primerica is Primerica is a distribution of financial services company, and that changes the game. We, in simplest terms, are the Amazon of financial services. If I were to ask you, what could you buy off of Amazon? What does Amazon sell? You would most likely respond by saying, well, you could buy almost anything. And you'd be right. There's almost anything you could buy from Amazon. But of the things that they provide to you, what do they actually manufacture themselves? What do they make themselves? And you would probably respond with, well, they don't make anything. After giving it some thought, it's kind of like, wow, they sell everything, but they don't make a single thing. And they are the most dominating company in the retail world, and really in any other industry for that matter, because they have figured out distribution. You see, Amazon is a distribution company. They have figured out how to get to your front door anything that you possibly need without you having the need to leave your house. And because they figured that out, they've totally disrupted the retail world. They brought consumers convenience, and they brought consumers savings. Well, Primerica, we've noticed for the last 4 decades that this industry needs to get disrupted as well, because the financial industry is a lot like retail. You see, in the retail world, there's a lot of different stores, right? In typically prior to Amazon, if you needed different things, you'd have to go to a bunch of different stores and probably overpay for the things that you're buying. Well, right now, the financial industry is still kind of stuck in the old retail days, where if you needed car insurance, you got to go to one company. If you needed a credit card, you got to go to another company. If you need health insurance, you go to another company. If you need a 401k, you go to another company. If you need a mortgage, you go to another company, and the list goes on. None of these companies come to you. You got to go seek it out. And so you have no convenience, and you're most likely overpaying for the financial products that you currently own now. So Primerica, we figured out distribution. Our distribution is 130,000 licensed representatives that can come to your home, or now, thankfully for Zoom technology, we don't even have to leave our house, and we can connect virtually with our clients, and we are the distribution. We can bring a wide array of financial products and services to families because we don't really make anything, but we can sell everything when it comes to the topic of money, because we are partnered with a lot of different financial institutions that already have great products and services, and we're just simply the distribution center. And so if you take a look at this like a clock, and we go at 11 o'clock, and we're going to go counterclockwise, let me kind of explain to you all the services we can provide to a family. The first service, as you can see at 11 o'clock there, is life insurance. We can help families obtain life insurance, and in today's times that we're living in, especially with this pandemic, life insurance is more important now than it's ever really been before. But while we can help people with life insurance, we can also help people with their auto and home solutions. We have Vivint, which is a smart home security systems company. We can help people establish that kind of program for their home. We have Answer Financial that compares your car insurance and home insurance, or even business insurance, to 40 companies, A+ rated companies like MetLife, Progressive, Travelers, just to name a few, and they can see if you could save money on your auto and home insurance. While we do that, we have a partnership with Quicken Loans and Rocket Mortgage to see if we could refinance your mortgage and lower your interest rate, and maybe save you a couple $100 a month on your mortgage payment, and save you tens of thousands of dollars of interest over the term of your mortgage. Now, I want to pause there for a second. Just in those 3 areas, life insurance, lowering your auto and home insurance, and lowering your mortgage payment, how many people could benefit from just those 3 areas in the times that we're living in today? Right? Almost everyone could benefit from those areas. But we can continue going on further. We have legal and identity protection services where people can get access to lawyers, a will, legal representation, ID theft protection, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And then all the companies to the right-hand side like mutual funds, managed investments, annuities, and 401k plans. These are all investment companies. And these companies help clients save and invest money for whatever goals you may have, whether it's for your retirement, whether it's for your kids' college, whether it's for short-term goals like buying a house, whether you can only afford to invest $25 a month, or you got a couple $1,000,000 to invest, we can help you save and invest money for your financial goals and dreams. Because we want to be that one-stop shop company that can help anybody in any financial situation with whatever financial goals they may have. And this is our current platform now, but it will continue to grow. We will eventually get into things like health insurance and other kind of lending programs, and possibly credit cards and other anything. Our company wants to be the dominating company when it comes to the financial industry, because what we're doing is we're bringing what Amazon's bringing to consumers: convenience and savings. You see, clients are having the convenience of not having to deal with a bunch of different companies, just dealing with one representative. They don't have to deal with 1-800 numbers. They just deal with the cell phone number of our representative, and they don't really have to go anywhere. And it's also bringing convenience to our staff with us being able to work from home. But it's also bringing consumer savings. You see, we're saving people money because most people are overpaying for their insurance programs, overpaying for their loans and debts with the interest rates that they're being charged, overpaying for their investments with the fees that they're being charged. And most people don't even know that they're overpaying. So could you see how we are going to be and are being as disruptive to the financial industry as Amazon has been to retail? And that's really what puts the ball in our court and the power and uniqueness of Primerica. And so that really concludes the first section of our meeting, which is the first C, our company. Now let's talk about our second C, which is our concepts. And we teach a lot of different financial concepts, but to summarize everything we teach, we basically teach people how money works. We teach concepts on how to get out of debt, how to use time and interest to grow your money, how to go about buying insurance, and different concepts. And none of these concepts we invented here at Primerica. As a matter of fact, these concepts have existed prior to Primerica's existence over 40 years ago. These are, some of these are even mathematical formulas. What we have figured out is we've learned these concepts, and we figured out how to apply it into our clients' lives and show them how that can make a significant difference for their future. Now, I don't have the time to teach you all these concepts today. You can do your own research, or you can go to our company website at Primerica.com, and we have videos teaching you these different concepts. And most of these concepts are game changers. But I do want to leave you with one concept today, and that one concept is the buy term and invest the difference concept. And it's a simple philosophy. The reason we were founded originally 40 years ago, aside from our company mission, we were founded to help people at least accomplish these two things. Because it doesn't matter if you're a man or woman, young or old, rich or poor, doesn't matter. If you are a human being, you need to do these two things. You need to have the most, what we consider the most quality life insurance you can have, which is called term life insurance. And you need to invest some money every single month for retirement. That's called investing the difference. And you need to do these two things because one of these two events is either going to happen in your life. You're either going to die too soon in life, or you're going to live too long in this life. And we don't know which one's going to happen, but one of these will happen. And you need to have money when it happens, because if you don't have money, it's going to be financially devastating for you and your family. Let's talk about the first financial risk of dying too soon. Dying too soon, we mean dying in between your 20s to 50s. Because usually in that period of your life, you have a lot of financial responsibilities like children, debts, mortgages, student loans, car loans, and the list goes on. And usually in that phase of your life, you don't have much money saved up. So if you die, what happens is your income dies with you. So your family no longer has an income coming in. You've left all these financial responsibilities, including young children, and you got no money. That's going to be financially devastating for you and your family. So how we make sure you have money is you have the highest quality life insurance that you can have, which is term life insurance. But while you have that, you need to invest some money for retirement. Because what if you live too long? And living too long, we consider that 60s to about 90s or 60s on up. Because usually when you start entering your 60s, now you can't work as much. You're not as employable anymore. And so because you're not working during that phase of your life, and that could be a 10, 20, 30, 40 year period of your life that you're not working and you're not producing an income. Social Security really isn't enough for most people to retire. and there's really no guarantee that we're going to have that in the future. You need to have your own retirement savings that could sustain you throughout your retirement. And the brilliance of what we do really is in that simplicity. It's brilliant because it's simple. It's simple for our clients to comprehend and understand, and it's simple for them to establish this program. You can establish a life insurance program with as low as $15, $20 a month. You can establish a retirement program with as low as $25 a month. So it's an inexpensive program that can make a significant difference for your future. So it's brilliant for our clients, but it's also brilliant for the people that work with us, because about 80% of our job is just educating families on this simple philosophy. Because not everyone has debt, not everyone has a mortgage, but everyone needs to have life insurance in a retirement plan. And so this is why we can hire people that have no financial background, because really 80% of our job is learning this concept and teaching it to other people. And it's a simple concept to teach. It's a simple game plan that can put anybody on the right path. But we can go a little bit further. So at the very least, we want to help people establish that program. And if you're watching this today, if you don't have a program like that established, we highly recommend that you get one. Whether it's with us or another institution, make sure you have that established, because everyone at least needs to have that. But what really makes us unique is we actually help people put an entire financial plan in place. You know, it's a little cliche to say this, people don't plan to fail, they simply fail to plan. But we believe the problem is traditional financial institutions aren't interested in helping you save money. They aren't interested in giving you a solution. They're only interested in selling you products, because that's all they do. You see, you might have a mortgage right now, but your mortgage company doesn't care about your life insurance program. Your life insurance company doesn't care about your mortgage. They don't care about your 401k, and your 401k don't care about your credit cards. Your credit cards don't care about anything else. They're just trying to collect as much money as possible from you. So they'll increase their insurance premiums on you. They'll increase the interest rates. They're not interested in saving you money. So because we are the distribution company and we deal with all these areas, what we provide is we provide a financial needs analysis. And what our analysis does is it takes a look at everything you got going in your finances. And in this example, you can see all these different areas like mortgage, debts, and insurance. And what we do is we try to save you money in those areas. We try to see if we can consolidate some debt, lower your interest rates, lower your mortgage rates, use that money that you just saved up to maybe start investing, lower your insurance payments, reallocate your finances so you can get on track to achieve your financial goals and dreams. And so our financial needs analysis is a customized, confidential, and complimentary program. We do it for free, and it helps anybody achieve their goals and dreams. There's really two ways I like to describe our analysis. The first way, it's like a GPS. Shows you where you're at, where you want to be, and exactly what you need to do to get there. But the second way I like to describe our financial needs analysis, or F&A for short, our F&A is like a financial blueprint. Shows you how to build your financial house from the ground up, from foundation, from the walls to the roof, exactly all these different areas that we'll cover to help you build your financial dream life. And so we believe doing the right thing is the single most important thing that we do. We do value lifetime client relationships here at Primerica. We're not just a one and done company. We want to be with you through all the different events that you're going to have in your financial life. Think about this for a second, is how better off do you think you would be financially if you could have a company of experts that'll never charge you to meet with you, will always do a free analysis for you, give you free education, and has a genuine interest in helping you succeed, and work alongside with them for the next 10, 20, 30 years to achieve your financial goals and dreams? Do you think you could get there a little bit faster? Maybe have a lot more money than you probably would have had if you could have a coach to assist you along the way, right? And so what other company do you know that's doing this for people, right? We are the only company in this industry that's doing that. Because again, I want to reiterate our mission. At the beginning of the meeting, I mentioned our mission is to help families achieve financial freedom. And before we conclude this section, I want to emphasize that there's 4 key areas of how we help people achieve that financial freedom. We get people properly protected with life insurance in case they die too soon. We help people start investing money for their future in case they live too long. During that period of their time frame, we work with them to get them debt-free. But the 4th area, and in my opinion, the best way we help people achieve financial freedom, is we help people earn an extra income with our career opportunity. And that really now concludes our second section. So to transition to our final section of our meeting, which is our career opportunities, I want you to understand that if you can make more money, you can achieve your financial goals and dreams a whole lot faster and probably in a much bigger manner. But most people, when it comes to making more money, most people are limited. Usually to make more money, they either have to ask for a pay raise, find another job, get more education. But what we offer here at Primerica is an opportunity to make an extra income by getting involved with us. You see, Primerica, although we are a business, although we are a corporation, right? We're not a non-for-profit, we are a for-profit organization. We really are bigger than that. Primerica is really a movement. It's a movement that 85 teachers started 43 years ago that's now grown to 130,000 licensed people that work for this company that's helped over 7 million families, okay? It's a movement of people that are empowering other families with the tools that they need to be financially secure. You see, almost all of our staff used to be clients or became clients once they became staff members, because all we're doing is we're learning the financial concepts that Primerica teaches. We're applying it in our own financial lives, and we're getting financially free. And then we're getting compensated to teach other people what we're doing in our own finances. Just teach other people what we're doing. And that's helping us get to our financial goals and dreams faster. So how we help people make more money is very simple. We believe the best way you can make an extra income is not to go and get into more debt and get more education. It's not to go find another job. It's to actually start a business. Because the times that we're living in right now, we're living in what's called the age of the entrepreneur. You see, the idea of working for one company and that one company never relocating, never resizing, never being bought out, just being the same company, and you can work there for 30, 40 years of your life, and they're going to take care of you throughout that time frame, and you're going to achieve financial freedom that way. That whole idea used to work, but it's not working so much today. And so what's happened is what's surged right now is, as you can see there in the middle of the slide, is what surges the gig economy. A lot of companies are now coming into existence to provide people an opportunity to be able to start a business with no risk, part-time outside their current careers, kind of like a side gig or a side hustle. And why are companies doing that? Because people nowadays need a lot more control, need a lot more freedom and flexibility, especially with the children now doing e-learning and parents having to be at home. People need a little bit more freedom. And so companies are now kind of transitioning into that. And so we have been doing this really for 43 years. So what Primerica's done is Primerica, in our opinion, we believe we've created the perfect opportunity where you can start a business with no risk. You see, most people, if you were to ask them, if you could be an entrepreneur, if you could start a business, would you? 9 out of 10 people would say yes. But only 5% of people actually own a business. And the reason behind that is because owning a business is too risky. Although there's a lot of rewards to owning a business, like having total control of your schedule, unlimited income, your business can run without you, so you don't always have to work to get paid. You could pass it on to your family, your kids, the next generation, right? Most of those things you can't really do as an employee. But most people don't, although there's a lot of benefits to entrepreneurship, most people aren't because it's too much of a risk. Most businesses require a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of resources, knowledge, skills, experience, and most people don't have that. So what Primerica has is we have an opportunity where you can start a legitimate business with no money, no skills, no experience, and very little to no time, and be able to build a profitable business that brings tremendous value to people's lives, and you get paid according to that value. And so you might be wondering, well, Herman, how do we get paid if we offer people free education, free coaching, and free financial plans like the analysis? Well, we get paid based off the results. Let me ask you this question. If you needed a lawyer for whatever reason, and you went to 2 different lawyers, and the first lawyer said, listen, I'm going to nickel and dime you for everything. I might not win your case, but every meeting that we do, every phone call that we have, any time that I have to spend with you, I'm going to nickel and dime you for that. I'm going to charge you for that, whether or not we win your case. Okay. And then the second lawyer you go to says, you know what? I'm available to you 24/7. Whenever you need, I'm available to you, and I'm only going to get paid if we win your case. If we win your case, then I get paid. Which of those two lawyers do you think you're going to go to? Right? You're most likely going to go with the second one, right? And so most, financial institutions that might have, financial advisors, consultants, they're like the first lawyer, right? Nickel and dime for every meeting, consultation, whether or not you succeed financially or not, they're getting compensated. Well, with us is different. We're going to get compensated if we help you win. We're going to get paid based on the results that we help you with. So yeah, we're going to teach you all about money. We're going to give you a free analysis, free coaching. But our recommendations most likely is going to recommend to say, hey, you probably need some life insurance. You probably need to start doing some investments. Let's refinance your mortgage, save you money on auto and home insurance. And if we can help you make that transition in that switch, well, we're going to get compensated on that by the third-party companies that we represent. So our clients never have to pay us anything directly. We get compensated by those companies that we represent. So it's literally a win for our clients, and it's a win for our staff. So let me show you an example of a client that we help and how we get paid on that. So here's an example of a married couple who's 35 years of age. I'm going to show you what they had before, just so you can see the power of Primerica and the impact we're making in our clients' lives. Now, I'm going to show you everything that we did for them, right? It would take too much time. I'm just going to show you the two core areas that we focus on: dying too soon, living too long, having life insurance, and a retirement plan. Now, a lot of people don't have that program set up, and obviously we can help those people. But a lot of people already have a program established like that. And we do our best work when people already have a program established, because usually we can offer something better and save them a whole lot more money and make hundreds of thousands of dollars difference. For example, they had a life insurance program for $100,000 of coverage on both the husband and the wife, and they were spending $225 a month. And then they had $20,000 sitting in a savings account at a bank, earning low rates of return, because it's a bank. Banks are lending institutions. They are not investment institutions. They are in the business of lending money. So they're not going to give you high interest rates on your savings, but they will charge you high interest rates on your credit cards and loans, right? Now, they were putting in $105 a month. So if they continue to do that, at age 65, they would have $79,000, let's say $80,000 for retirement. So they're spending $225 for life insurance, $105 for their retirement. That's a combined $330 a month. So for $330 a month, they're going to get $100,000 if they die and $80,000 if they live. Now, do you think, would you be excited about spending $330 a month and only getting $100,000 if you die and $80,000 if you live? Maybe you're not too ecstatic about that. Well, let me show you what we did for that same $330 a month. Here's what we showed them. We taught them to buy inexpensive term life insurance. So we taught them to buy a 30-year life insurance plan for $80 a month. And because it's a term insurance plan, that $80 a month would afford them $250,000 of coverage on both the husband and the wife. So for $80 a month, that's a total $500,000 of coverage in case they die. So with the remaining $250,000, what we did is we moved that to their investments. And we taught them, listen, instead of having your $20,000 at the bank with a lending company, let's move your $20,000 with an actual investment company, like a mutual fund company. And let's put the remaining $250,000 there. Let's get you a little bit more interest. And let's say all you did was average a 9% rate of return, which is still below average of what the market's performed over the last 30 years. Let's say you did below average, but you did a little bit better than what you get at the bank, 9% rate of return. You're going to have $755,000 for your retirement. So for $330 a month with us, you got a total of $500,000 in case you die, and a total of $750,000 in case you live, worst case scenario. So we just brought a $1.2 million total value to this family's life, and we could do that in a span of 20, 30 minutes. Now, if you were to show a family who has plan A and you show them plan B, do you think they would want to make the switch? Common sense says, absolutely, let's make the switch. And so you would get compensated on a variety of different ways. For example, on the retirement plan, you would get compensated for every dollar that ever gets added to that account. So that $20,000 that went into that account, you get compensated a percentage of that $20,000. You make a couple $100 off of that. That $250 a month going into that account, you get paid a percentage of that $250 going into that account every single month that they contribute to that account. So you do have an opportunity to get a continuous income just for retaining the client and helping them build their wealth. But on the life insurance program, here's how you would get compensated on that. So if you were a district leader, now this is someone who's part-time, they've gone through the licensing and training program, you would be a district leader. A district leader would make $442 just off the life insurance program, not counting everything else. And here's why you would make $442. You see, district leaders in our company get paid 50% or half of what the client pays for their first year of life insurance. So if we go back to John and Mary's example, they were going to pay $80 a month for $500,000. Well, $80 a month in a year comes out to about $900. So if you were the district leader in our company that helped this family, you would get paid half of the $900 up front 2 to 3 days after you enroll the client into the program. And how do you enroll a client into the program? Very simple. You just fill out a life insurance application through an app on your phone with our company. Takes about 10, 15 minutes. And the client only has to pay their first month of life insurance. So in this example, $80. So the client pays $80 and Primerica advances you $442 because they're going to advance you half of what the client will pay their first year. How long of a conversation do you think it takes to explain somebody a life insurance program? Maybe what, half an hour explanation, another half an hour filling out paperwork, answering questions. An hour to 2 hours worth of work is what it takes our average representative to help somebody from initial contact to close a business, an hour, 2 hours worth of work with the client. And you're at the very least leaving with $400. You say, could you make $400 as an employee, an hour and 2 hours? Not necessarily, but as an entrepreneur, you can. Because as an employee, you get compensated for your time or your position. And most hourly rates and positions aren't worth $400 an hour. But as an entrepreneur, you get paid based off your value. You see, in that 1 hour conversation, you brought tremendous value to that family's life. And because you brought tremendous value, you get paid a significant amount of income in a short period of time. So how many families would you want to help? If you could get paid $400 just for the life insurance, how many families would you want to help? Would you be willing to put enough work to help 3 families a month? Just 3. 3 families a month like John and Mary, just on the life insurance, you'd make $1,300 a month. This could be part-time. Again, this is part-time. This could be a stimulus check, right? The stimulus check was $1,200 a person, right? You help 3 clients, you're your own stimulus check every single month. And so there's really 3 opportunities that we have available for people to work with us. And this is really the first one, is helping clients directly and assisting them with their financial needs. And that could be on a part-time or full-time basis. You could help 3 clients a week if you'd like. And that could be entirely full-time. But a second opportunity we have available is a leadership role. And in our industry, our business is very similar to the real estate model. So let's say in real estate, instead of being the agent that sells the houses, you want to become a broker. You want to get into more of a managerial leadership position. And so in real estate, and as well as our company, we don't really have managers, we have brokers. And a broker really has a different position. They have a much higher contract. Like they get paid a 6% fee on selling houses. So in this example, if they sold a $100,000 house, they'd make $6,000. But a broker doesn't, although they can make good money selling houses, they don't really focus on that. Because what a broker can do is they can divide up their compensation and split it 50-50 with an agent. You see, a broker has the full responsibility of hiring and training staff, paying for the office. They're legally and financially responsible for everything. They got to complete with all the rules, regulations, and audits. But the agent only has to sell a house. They have like no responsibility whatsoever, and they can do it part-time. They have no risk. So what a broker really focuses on is they focus on hiring and training agents and teaching them how to sell houses, because if the agent sells a house, that 6% commission gets divided 50-50. So the agent would make $3,000 and the broker would make the other $3,000. Now, who would you rather be long-term? Would you rather be the agent or the broker? You probably responded as the broker, because as you know, the agent, although you get paid to help families and you could make significant income selling houses, you're still limited on what you can make. There's really no security, no freedom of time. But as the broker, you can continue to hire and train and develop more agents and get paid a significant more income, because you get paid every time one of your agents does a transaction. So in this example, let's say you had 5 agents each sell a house, and that 6% commission got paid out, well, they got paid $3,000, but you got paid the other $3,000 each time. So if there were 5 agents that sold a house, that's 5 houses that got sold. You just made $15,000 in what we call override income. So as the broker, you got unlimited income potential, more security, more time freedom. And so the second opportunity you have available in our company, aside from being, a representative with our company helping clients, you can become what we call a broker with our company. And aside from helping clients, you can get compensated to train and develop other people. Here's an example of how it works with our company, because obviously we don't sell houses here. We focus on financial products and services. So the highest broker contract you can have is a regional vice president contract. That contract is actually 110% commission on life insurance. So if we go back to John and Mary, $80 a month is about $900 a year. If you were the regional vice president, you would make $972 helping just John and Mary with life insurance. Or you can hire and train district leaders, the agents. They would get paid 50% of the first year, which is the first 6 months, and you would get the remaining 7 months. So they would make $400, you get the remaining $500. So your agent could sit down with the client today. Let's say you're off today. They sit down with the client. You don't even know who the client is. They help the client. They make $400, and you get to keep the other $500 as the regional vice president. Who would you rather be, right? And so we have the opportunity where you can become a regional vice president, have your own office, have as many agents as you like, and own an agency that can run without you. And so, here's a couple examples of what you could be earning as a regional vice president. If you help 2 clients a month and your office helps 4, your team helps 4, that's a $50,000 a year income. What if you could own a business that pays you $50,000 a year and the majority of the work is not being done by you? What if you want a 6-figure year income? That only takes 2 clients a month. Your team helps 10. And again, your office could be as big as you want it to be. Your team could be as big as you want it to be. It could be a team of 10 licensed people, 50 licensed people. We have regional vice presidents that have hundreds. Some have over 1,000 licensed agents in their organization, helping hundreds of clients on a monthly basis. And I mean, you are looking at a potential 6- and 7-figure year opportunity. Let me show you some numbers in our company. We have 7,000 people that make $50,000 a year here, 3,500 people that make $100,000 a year, and we have over 100 people that make over $1 million a year in our company. So think about this for a second. Think about the career that you're currently in right now. What's the highest that you could possibly attain in your career? And what kind of income does that pay? It could be possibly 6 or maybe 7 figures, but what's the probability of you obtaining that? Right? And so if the odds don't look so hot for you, why not explore an opportunity where 3,500 people currently are making a 6-figure income and 100 making 7? Now, it doesn't have to be that big for you, okay? I don't want to scare anybody away with massive numbers, but I know there's some big thinkers out there that are watching this, and I don't want to show you that this is just a small part-time income opportunity. This could be a business opportunity that could be passed on to the next generation and for generations thereafter. And it could be as large and as massive as it can be, and you're not coming in late. You see, we've helped 7 million clients, but there's 350 million people in the US and Canada. So that means we have only helped 2% of the available people that are old enough and in the right market that need our products and services. So think about the massive success we've been able to obtain helping 2% of what's available out there. Would you like to be a part of helping us get to 4%, then get to 8%, and then much larger than that? I'm just excited to see where we would be as a company once we start doing that. And so if I've got your interest as far as, working with us and exploring an opportunity, let's say you're like, Herman, I'd like to give this a shot. What do I have to do? The main requirement is you have to get professionally licensed and certified. Okay. If I was to help you with your finances, you would want to make sure that I know what I'm doing, that I'm professionally licensed, certified, especially if I'm going to give you recommendations and help you make some decisions when it comes to your money and finances, right? So obviously you would need to get financially certified and licensed to be able to help clients. There's several licenses you'd have to get. The main 2 is with insurance and investments. We do, for the time being, we do pay for those licensing. We cover the course materials, the books, fingerprint fees, processing fees, and different things of that nature. We do pay for that because we are focused on growing from 130,000 licensed representatives. Our company wants to get to 150,000 by the end of this year of 2020, and then grow it to 200,000 thereafter. We are focused on growing, and we understand if we want more people, if we want to attract more people, it would be very difficult if they had to pay thousands of dollars for licensing. It is about $1,000 just to get licensed and certified on insurance and investments. For now, we are paying for that, so take advantage of that program. But before Primerica pays for that, they want to see that you got some skin in the game. They want to see, first of all, that you're over the age of 18, have no felonies, and that you at least pay a portion of the licensing cost. So how you do that is you would have to fill out an independent business application and pay a one-time fee of $99. It's to cover your background check, show some skin in the game for the licensing, and then Primerica will cover the remaining costs. Right now, our company is running a special program where if you do get the first license, the life insurance license, in your first 3 months with us, they will pay you a $100 bonus. So you're essentially getting your money back. This is a free license. They just want to see some skin in the game in the front with that one-time $99 fee. How many businesses do you know that you could get started for $99, right? And especially in a very lucrative industry. And then the only other business expense you'll have is a $25 a month expense to have access to our technology resources. It's not mandatory to pay that every single month, but you do have to pay for it to have access for 1 month to use our technology resources. Our resources include all your licensing materials, transaction technology where you can do transactions with clients virtually. You could do it. You could do $1 million transfers of money and things like that, and it's all encrypted, all safe. There's some laws and rules you have to abide by when you're doing business deals with clients. We already have the technology that handles that. There's live and on-demand video training available to you 24/7, business reports, everything that you need. It's already set up. You just got to pay $25 a month to have access to that as well. So for $124, you can start your own financial services business with a company that is the largest financial institution in North America that is disrupting and doing what's right for clients. So what would you get if you get started with us? You know, if you work with us and start your business with Primerica, well, really, you're going to get a great educational personal finances. You're going to have the flexibility to get extra part-time income because you can work whenever you want, wherever you want, however you choose. And it could be a part-time business that could be a transition to a full-time business if you decide it to be. Think about this. You know, most people to start a full-time business, they got to quit their job, invest a lot of money, and hope it works out. And they got to figure it out all on their own. Here they got a company that everything's already set up. There's already been proven success. And you can start it part-time and build your organization, your client base, and your team on a part-time basis. So when you transition full-time, it's a lot less risk to do that. And that's why our company is attracting about 40,000 people a month are getting started. They're starting their business with our company on an average on a monthly basis. And we still feel that's a small number. Guys, you guys got to understand that in March, when there was 35 million people, when this quarantine happened, there was 35 million people that got furloughed or laid off, that had no income coming in. We're only attracting about 40,000 people a month to our business. It would take us, at that rate, it would take us almost 8 years just to get to the 35 million people that lost an income back in March. So we need to grow. We need you, we want you, and we want to reach a lot more people at a much faster pace. And so after seeing this information, you really got two paths you can take that will really make a positive difference for your financial future. The first option you can take is path A. And path A is really if you were more interested in the products and services, the education, and the coaching. We highly recommend that everyone in this meeting take advantage of path A, which is our free analysis. You know, we could show you how to get out of debt, get your finances in order, get you on track to reach your financial goals and dreams. And this is whether or not you're interested in our opportunity. We would love to help you with your finances. But you can also select path B. That's more if you were interested in our opportunity in starting a business with us. we highly recommend that you choose Path B. The benefit of Path B is you get all of Path A. We're not going to hire you and teach you how to run your own business and not teach you how to get your own finances in order, right? We're going to teach you how to help yourself first so you can help others, but you'll be able to do all those extra things there, right? As far as helping other people make an extra income and build a business. Ask yourself this question. What do you have to lose? If you do Path A, you get a free analysis to show you how to save money and reach your goals. If you choose Path B, you invest $124, which I guarantee you have spent $124 on things that did not give you a return whatsoever. $124 to start a business that, who knows, could turn into a full-time 6 or 7 figure year business. What do you have to lose with either option A or option B, right? And so Primerica really is a movement driven by passion and purpose. We believe it's time to change the world, and we want you to be a part of that. So what I'd like to do now is go ahead and direct your attention to the bottom of the screen. I'm going to go ahead and send you the link to our survey again. And I'd like for you to go fill out that questionnaire. Let us know that you were in this meeting today. Let us know who invited you. You have some options to check off what areas of interest you have. And as soon as you're done filling out that questionnaire, you can go ahead and log off the meeting, and we'll make sure that the person that invited you to this meeting today follows up with you and talks about your next steps and answers any question. We appreciate you plugging into the meeting today. We hope you guys stay safe and healthy, and your family stay safe and healthy, and we hope to see you all very soon. Have a good night.